Hiya, it's Derek here. This is the first in a series of videos about the UK accents, dialects and mentalities. Now I realise there are loads of really good and entertaining videos already on YouTube where short sound bites with the various accents and dialects of the UK are given sort of a sentence here, then the next one and so on. And I don't really see any value or merit in doing another one of those. There's already enough good ones there. But what I would like to do is to go into a bit more depth. So looking at details of the language, looking at the accents, the dialects, and also the mentalities of the people who live there. So that if you are visiting either as a holiday maker or for business, you'll have some sort of idea about what to expect. Now I fully realise that we are got both feet firmly planted in the realms of stereotypes, and you know, there will be, maybe you will say, oh, but I know someone from Scotland who's sober and generous, or I know people from Newcastle who are easy to understand, or I met someone from Cornwall who didn't go ooh-ah and talk about his tractors, zoiders and manglewurzels. Or even, you know, someone from Yorkshire who doesn't wear a flat cap and mutter to himself about trouble at mill. But all that does is prove that stereotypes exist, there are exceptions, and no smoke without fire. In addition to looking at the linguistic details and mentalities, we'll also take a slightly closer look at why certain stereotypes exist, and maybe do a bit of myth busting and even have a few true but entertaining stories about the region. In case you're wondering what my credentials are for doing a series of videos like this, it's quite simple. My parents were both in the services when I was younger, and we moved every few years to all over the UK. And when I went to a boarding school, and then afterwards at uni, friends and acquaintances from really every corner of the UK. So I've had a lot of exposure to different mentalities, accents, dialects, people, and feel I'm really in a position to do a series like this. Because we moved around so much, I never had a prolonged exposure to any one particular accent. Now, if you have a prolonged exposure to one accent, you tend to pick up that accent as you start speaking like the people around you. Now, this explains my accent, which is called received pronunciation, or RP, where received in this case is the slightly more old-fashioned meaning of the word, meaning accepted or approved. Now the reason it's called received is this is the accent you had to have if you wanted to, say, work for the BBC back in the day. Obviously these days you'll hear newsreaders with regional accents and everything's a lot more open and flexible. And you can see this if you look at old films, even as late as the 60s, because the goodies always had my type of accent or posher, and the baddies always had some kind of regional accent. So you see scenes like, you know, the goodie would say, "I say, stop in the name of the King of England," and the baddie would, "Oh, you got me bang to rights, Gov." Yeah, it was clear, but that was the way they made films back then. I haven't actually got any particular order for the videos in mind. I'll basically do them as they get done. Now, if you have a particular area that you're interested in, please feel free to let me know in the comment section below. And while you're there, feel free to click the like and subscribe, so you'll get to know when the next videos are uploaded. I also have a website which is linked in the description, and this website is about learning English, and particularly business English. And feel free to have a look over there if there's any articles that are of interest to you. I hope you enjoy this series. I'm looking forward to doing it. It's something I've been thinking about for a while now, and I look forward to seeing you there.